Welcome to government class. It's still revision for SS3. So today we are going to another new different topic. This topic I'm bringing up, I see it as topic that is difficult for students in SS3. So today's topic is on nationalism. We'll be looking at nationalism today. So the content for today's topic is meaning. We look at the meaning of nationalism, what nationalism stands for. We'll also be discussing effects of nationalism in Nigeria. What are the effects of nationalism in Nigeria? Then thirdly, we'll be discussing factors that lead to the rise and growth of nationalism. What are the factors that make nationalism to rise? Or what are the factors that led to the growth of nationalism in Nigeria? Then lastly, we'll be talking about some key nationalist leaders and their contribution to nationalism. We'll be discussing those nationalist leaders that led to what? To the growth or to the independence of Nigeria. So these are the things we'll be discussing for today's topic. Okay, let us look at them one after the other. Okay, let us go to the meaning of nationalism. And I know that you know the meaning of nationalism, but as a revision, we say that nationalism can be defined as a strong feeling of national consciousness. When you want to define nationalism, it is a strong feeling of national consciousness and love for one's country, to take care of his own affairs and be free from foreign control and domination. These things that are underlined are very important when you define nationalism. Nationalism is what? It's a strong feeling. Strong feeling means that it's a feeling that an individual has, a very strong feeling that an individual has. And how can you get this strong feeling? It's by what? By having a national consciousness. Consciousness means awareness, being aware of the environment. So when you are aware of your nation, what is happening in your nation or in your country, you have a strong feeling of what? Of that country which you belong to. And also, it is also love for one's what? Country. It is also love. When you love your country, all you want is the growth of what? Of your country. That is love for one's country. And also, the reason why you love your country is to take care of your own affairs, for you to control what is happening in your country or in Nigeria. And also, to be free from foreign control and what? Domination. For your country to be free from foreign control, maybe control from foreign countries like US, like Britain, like France, and so on. For you to control your own affairs. That is nationalism. So in your exam, if you give this definition of nationalism, you will be given 100% for the definition. So let us go to the next one. Effects of nationalism in Nigeria. What are the effects? What did nationalism brought to Nigeria? If you look at the board, you have the summary of the effects. I will explain them one after the other. Number one is the press. Nationalism brought press. Press are the media men. And the media men are newspapers, radio stations, and TV stations. And we say that the press, during the nationalist movement, during the colonial master, we have our newspaper, the first newspaper that was established by Nnamdi Azikiwe. It was called the West African Pilot. And we also had Lagos Daily News. This newspaper was an agent to nationalist movement. They helped to fight for what? Self-government, for the nationalist what? Objectives and goals. So newspaper or the press were used. It was an effect. Then another effect was constitutional change. Very important one. Constitutional change was an effect. We told you that as a result of nationalist movement or agitation, they started changing the constitution from Clifford Constitution of 1922 to Richard Constitution to Maferson Constitution to Lexington Constitution till we had our independence. So it led to constitutional change. because it is this nationalist movement that agitated for nationalist change. So it's one of the effects of nationalism in Nigeria. Then another effect again on the board is what we call political education. Yes, nationalist movement brought about political education. Political education has to do with education of the citizens, creating awareness for the citizens. And when this awareness and education of the citizens on the things that are happening in their country, it brought about national consciousness. It brought about love for one's country. And as a result of that, Nigeria achieved their objective of what? Self-independence. Then lastly, another effect of nationalism in Nigeria is independence. This one is the number one goal for nationalism in Nigeria during the colonial era. It was for Nigeria to have self-government or independence, independent from foreign control, independent from Britain. So, as a result of nationalist movement, the effect of nationalism where the press was also constitutional change, was also political education, and finally, we got our independence. You remember in your exam, you don't only list them, you list and explain. I just listed it here. It is there for you to know the explanation to that. Then let us go to the next one, which is factors. Factors that led to the growth of nationalism. If you look at the board, I did this in the form of what? A graph. For us to understand it well. Factors that led to the growth of nationalism in Nigeria. And we said that these factors is divided into two. In your exam, they may ask you, what are those factors? It is divided into two. The first factor is what? Internal factor. The second factor is external factor. This is the two factors that led to the growth of nationalism in Nigeria. The first one is what? Internal factor. These internal factors are factors that happen within Nigeria. It happened within Nigeria. So that is internal factor. Because in your exam, they may ask you, what are the internal factors that led to the growth of nationalism? You don't miss the two. You give them only the what? The internal factor. Then when you talk about the external factor, it is the factors that took place outside Nigeria during the colonial era. The things that took place that affected or led to nationalist movement or to independence of Nigeria. So that is what we mean by external factors. So let us explain them one after the other. Then let us look at the internal factors. What are the internal factors? Number one internal factors is activities of educated elites. Activities of educated elites. Within Nigeria, we had educated elites. People that studied abroad, that had formal education. Examples of those people are Abat Macaulay. We still discuss them. You see it in our content. Examples of them is Abat Macaulay, somebody like Nnamdi Azikiwe, somebody like Obafemi Awolowo. All of them were educated elite. They studied, most of them studied in Cambridge and Oxford. And we say that then they know the effect of what? Of colonial rule. So as a result of that, they started fighting the colonial rule. That is the British rule. So, number one factor is what? The educated elite, the people that were educated in Nigeria. Number two factor is the formation of political parties. Formation of political parties. Yes, within Nigeria, political parties started emerging. I told you that the first constitution which happened in 1922, that is the Clifford Constitution of 1922, led to the first or the introduction, establishment of the first political party in Nigeria in 1923, which was NNDP. Nigerian National Democratic Party, which was formed by Abat Macaulay. And we say that this political party was an internal factor because it led or it helped in the agitation for self-government. So it was a factor for the growth of nationalism, or nationalist movement. Political party was part of it. Then another factor was the influence of the Christianity and the establishment of schools. The influence of Christianity and the establishment of what? Schools. Yes. Christianity led to what? To the growth of nationalist movement. Because we say that missionaries came to Nigeria or came to Africa. And what they did, the first thing they did was, after establishing churches, they established schools. And these schools was used to enlighten Nigerians, to educate them, to teach them foreign language, English language. So as a result of that, they were able to understand the damages of colonial rule, their exploitation. As a result of that, it led to the growth of nationalism. People started agitating for self-government. So Christianity or establishment of schools was also an internal factor. Don't forget that. Then another factor again, which is the last we discussed under internal factor, is the discriminatory attitude of the Europeans to Nigerians. The discriminatory attitudes of the Europeans to Nigerians. You know these white men discriminate Africans. Not only this discrimination was seen most, especially in South Africa, where the whites in South Africa discriminated themselves from the Africans in South Africa. So there were discriminatory attitude, which led to restriction of Africans in some certain areas. The emergence of GRAs, government restricted areas, was as a result of what? This colonial discriminatory attitude. They started discriminating the people, the indigenous, people that own the land. So as a result of that, people started agitating for self-rule, asking them to go out from their country. So these that we have mentioned are internal factors. Remember in your exam, you will list this and you explain them, and will explain it. Just know the factors and you also explain it. Don't forget the explanation. Then let us go to internal factors. We said that let us go to external factors. We said that external factors are things that influence nationalism that took place outside Nigeria, outside the country. So number one external factor is the impact of the Second World War. The impact of the Second World War. There is one particular thing that you have to know in this impact of the Second World War. This Second World War gave opportunity for Nigerians to be recruited to fight during the Second World War. So this Nigeria were given opportunity to fight with white men. That is what it means. And they saw that this colonial master that we are seeing as God, that we are respecting, we are also like us. There is nothing different in them. The only difference is that we are black, we are white. So as a result of that, we had the courage that we can chase these colonial masters out of our country. So as a result of the return of ex-servicemen were soldiers. As a result of the return after the Second World War of these ex-servicemen, they came back and helped in the fight for what? For independence. So it is an external factor. The Second World War led to what? To the growth of nationalism. Another factor again is the British Labour Party. The British Labour Party. This party was in Britain. It was in London. And they were agitating for a stop of colonial rule, especially in Africa. They agitated for Britain to stop the colonial rule or exploitation of African continent. So as a result of that, nationalism was what? Was sponsored by this political party in Britain. So it led to the growth of nationalism in Nigeria. Then another factor again is the activities of the Pan-African leaders. Yes, this Pan-African leader. This Pan-Africa is made up of Africans that studied abroad. All the Africans that studied abroad. Even it also included Black Americans, people that were in America who were sold as a result of slave trade. So they joined this Pan-African association or organization. So these Pan-African leaders fought for independence of Africa. So it led to the growth of nationalism. So that is another factor. Then the last factor we'll be discussing under external factor is what we call economic depression. This economic depression was what the Africans or Nigerians saw from the colonial rule, because the economy was not growing. They were exploiting the people. They will buy our raw materials in cheap rates and sell it to the other country in high rates. Sometimes they bring their product to us to buy, we buy it also in high amounts. So they were economic depression. People were depressed. So as a result of that, people started agitating, which led to the growth of nationalism. Okay, next let us look at some key nationalist leaders and their contribution to nationalism. Let us look at who are those nationalist leaders that led to nationalist movements in Nigeria. On the board, we mentioned just only 5. There are many, but for the sake of exam, we have to know at least 5 of them. Number 1 is Herbert Macaulay. As you know, Herbert Macaulay is the father of Nigerian nationalism. He was the first that started nationalist movement in Nigeria by establishing the first political party in 1923, which was Nigerian National Democratic Party, NNDP. So, this is our first nationalist leader. Then the second one we'll be discussing is Nnamdi Azikiwe. As we said that Nnamdi Azikiwe was also a prominent nationalist leader. He also participated in our nationalist agitation. He established newspapers like the Nigerian West African Pilot. He also participated and became members of different political parties in Nigeria. Such political parties like Lagos Youth Movement or Nigerian Youth Movement, and also NNDP. And again, we said that he was the first president of Nigeria. He was the first president of Nigeria in the First Republic. So he's a prominent man when you talk about nationalist agitation or movement in Nigeria. Then another person we'll be discussing is Ahmadu Bello. Ahmadu Bello is the Sultan of Sokoto. He was very influential in the north. They respected him. And he was the leader, he was one of the leaders, or even the person that formulated the Northern People's Congress. So he was a nationalist leader too, especially in the north. He agitated for the interests of the north in the nationalist movement of Nigeria. Then, finally, another prominent man is Obafemi Awolowo. Obafemi Awolowo was also prominent in the western region, that is the Yoruba area of Nigeria. So he was the one that established the first regionalist party in Nigeria, which was the Action Group. He was the one that established Action Group. And this Action Group was only meant for what? For the Yorubas, that is the western region. He was also a nationalist leader. Then, lastly, we have one of the greatest woman leaders, because all these 4 we have mentioned are male. This is a woman leader. The name of the person is what? Margaret Ekpo. He was a woman leader. He also agitated or fought for the independence of Nigeria in 1960. So this is where we'll be stopping for today. Remember, don't forget the meaning of nationalism, effect to the growth of nationalist movement, and also make sure you don't forget leaders, nationalist leaders in Nigeria. I will not leave today without giving an assignment. I will give you an assignment for you to do. This assignment is very important. Please try and do it. It's an objective question. You mostly see it during your WAEC government objective question. I will give you that online, answer the questions, and ask questions where you find difficult. Thank you very much, and God bless you.